Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to have the chance to share my experience here. My topic is biomechanical influences on heterotopic calcification in cervical pancreatic disc arthroplasty. Analysis of residual exposed endoplate and the spinal alignment. Frontal bone is the first artificial cervical disc in 1966. The Cummins Bristol disc, the one of the first prototypes, was designed by B.H. Cummins at the French Hospital in Bristol, UK in 1989. The brand disc designed in the 1990s by the American neurosurgeon Vincent Brand from Seattle. European study further demonstrated the efficacy of the brand device even with bilateral implantation. The Prestige disc is initial pilot study in 2002 demonstrated favorable results. There are many brands of cervical artificial disc on the market. CDA versus HDF with low reapplication rate, low adjacent segmental degeneration, and better functional outcomes. The cervical indication for CDA, including central or familial compression, single level. However, multi-level is controversial, especially more than 2 levels. I have implanted 430 brand discs into 289 patients from 2006 to 2016. I have implanted 662 brachial discs into 402 patients from 2014 to 2024. The etiology for heterotopic calcification, including traumatic, neurogenic, and genetic. High-intensity incidence rates range between different processing studies. Brand disc reported 21%, Morbid reported 52.5%, Predisc is 71.4%, FTC and N6 reported 61.4%. McAfee classification was used to grade the HO severity. You can see a grade 4 HO is causing bone ankylosis with loss of range of motion. Many studies prove the relation between the posterior residual exposed endoplate and the HO. However, how about anterior residual exposed endoplate? Hypothesis in some studies, HO would be a normal defense mechanism of human body against a non-physiological motion. However, how about relation between postoperative range of motion and HO? We reviewed 128 adult patients who underwent only 1 or 2 CDA between 2014 and 2021. 107 patients were included with 171 levels. 21 patients were excluded due to incomplete follow-up. You can see brachial disc photos. Radiological assessment included shear angle, functional spine unit angle, range of motion, length of endoplate coverage, and the width of endoplate coverage, ratio of AIE and the PIE, and the HO grade. You can see the HO grading by CT bone window, grade 0, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. The grade 4 occurred after the study. So in my study, there is no grade 4 patient, but the patient developed grade 4 recently. The graphic and the clinical features 107 patients who underwent CDA with the brachial disc. The cervical level were primarily at the C4 to 5 and the C5 to C6 levels. The sex and the age were not significantly associated with HO formation. HO was observed in 47 patients and at 63 levels. Grade 0 HO was found in 108 levels. Grade 1 HO in 41 levels. Grade 2 HO in 15 levels. Grade 3 HO in 7 levels. No grade 4 HO was found. Low length of endoplate coverage and high inferior AREE are positive correlation with HO formation. Superior ARE shows similar trend without statistical significance. Low length of endoplate coverage ratio and high ARE are highly correlation with HO grade 2 and 3. Incidence of HO is higher in the low level. However, there is no statistical significance. Until HO accounts for 22.2%, post-HO accounts for 77.8%. Higher superior AREE and the superior PRE show statistical significance. Higher RN in non-HO group, we found the trend of high RN in non-HO group. However, there is no statistical significance. If width of endoplate coverage shows statistical significance, whether the use of disc with a width within this range has no difference on HO formation. While PRE show no statistical significance to approximate the instantaneous central rotation and prevent the instance of HO, the surgery implants the prosthesis to the posterior margin of the endoplate. So very low PRE could have potentially missed any statistical significance. Low length of endoplate coverage and high AREE are related to HO progression. Our patients increasing postoperative RN related to prosthetic type or routine bilateral ankle foraminotomies. The trend of high RN in non-HO group, although no statistical significance, so encouraging neck motion may be helpful HO prevention. Non-HO group had a trend of high RN after surgery. The result doesn't support HO is a normal defense mechanism of the human body against the non-physiological motion. Post-HO formation is common. In my study, it accounts for nearly 80%. Loading force on the posterior endoplate in a lordotic curve is a reason. HO after CDA is a kind of bone remodeling. Undersize or footplate mismatch processes will induce non-uniform loading force distribution, then trigger HO formation. Our study has certain limitations, including they include a relatively small sample size, lack of long-term follow-up data, utilization of a single type of implant, and the involvement of only one surgeon with a single institute. Conclusion: visual length of endoplate coverage and the inferior ARE are positive correlation with HO formation. Post-HO is common. Superior ARE or superior PRE are factors to HO location. Adequate size implant and the neck motion may be helpful to HO prevention. Non-uniform loading force may play a role in the HO formation. This is my published paper in Genesis Spine in this March. Thank you very much.